Welcome to TRN Podcast, episode 121. Today we're going to take a closer look at a really exciting young German tennis talent, Justin Engel. You sent over some fascinating articles about his recent progress, and we thought we'd explore what these reports might mean for his future.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a few different sources here painting quite a comprehensive picture of Justin Engel, from his incredibly fast rise up the rankings, his participation in the BMW Open, right through to what some industry insiders think.
It really is fascinating, isn't it, how quickly his career seems to have taken off.
It really is. So our aim today, I guess, is to distill the key insights from these sources and try to understand what makes Justin Engel stand out and maybe what challenges might still lie ahead for him.
Okay, let's start with that rapid ascent. It's genuinely striking. Jumping from world number 1344 to just under the top 400 within a single season. That's quite something. It really makes you wonder.
It absolutely does. I mean, he even said himself, I've come much further than I thought I would. That tells you a lot.
Right. So what do you think is behind that huge leap? Hard work is obviously mentioned everywhere.
Hard work is definitely a key factor, yes. The sources all emphasize that. But, a jump like that often suggests maybe a breakthrough in a specific area. Perhaps his serve clicked or he found new consistency.
That's a good point. It has to be more than just grinding, right?
Yeah.
But before we get deeper into his successes, maybe we can just quickly sketch out who Justin Engel actually is, just the basics.
Sure thing. So Justin Engel, born October 1st, 2007 in Nuremberg. That makes him just 17 right now.
Wow, really young.
Yeah. He's already 1.88 meters tall, so about 6'2". He's a right-hander, turned pro officially in 2024.
Just this year, then?
Exactly. Currently single, no kids. And for those interested, his Instagram handle is @Justin Engel.
Okay, thanks. So pro debut in 2024, still incredibly fresh on the scene, but already making waves. What have been the highlights so far on the Pro Tour?
Well, the plan seems to be a full focus on the Pro Tour from 2025 onwards, though he might play one or two junior Grand Slams still.
Makes sense.
He did play on the ATP Challenger Tour in 2024, in Karlsruhe, which is that tier just below the main ATP Tour. But the really historic moment came in October 2024 at the Almaty Open.
Ah, yes. Tell us about that.
He beat Coleman Wong, who was ranked 133 in the world at the time. That win made Engel the youngest player to win an ATP Tour match since Carlos Alcaraz back in 2020.
Alcaraz. Wow, that's some company to be in.
And he was the first player born in 2007 to get an ATP Tour match win. So, yeah, a pretty significant milestone.
Definitely remarkable. A win against a player ranked that high at that age and drawing comparisons to Alcaraz, that certainly raises expectations, but it's a very promising sign. I also read he's been training with some top players.
Yes, that's right. And that's incredibly valuable. He trains with guys like Jan-Lennard Struff, Philipp Kohlschreiber, and Maximilian Marterer.
Big names, experienced players.
Exactly. Just being on court with them, you learn so much about pace, tactics, the level required. His stated goal for 2025 is to break into the top 200.
Ambitious, but maybe not unrealistic given his trajectory.
You'd think so, right? It seems achievable based on how far he's come already.
Does he have a particular role model he looks up to?
He does, yeah. He mentions Rafael Nadal quite a bit. He's apparently fascinated by Nadal's fighting spirit.
Ah, the classic Nadal grit.
Right. Engel says he sees himself as a fighter on court, too. Someone who does whatever it takes to win. That kind of mental fortitude is, well, it's crucial in tennis.
Absolutely. That relentless will to win is a hallmark of so many top athletes. Now, he also got a chance to play at the BMW Open in Munich recently. How did that come about?
He received a wild card into the main draw, which is, pretty rare for someone his age and rank.
Big vote of confidence.
Definitely. Tournament director Patrick Kuhnen even called him the best German prospect. That's high praise.
Yeah.
There's also that comparison to Alexander Zverev, who made his BMW Open debut at 16. Justin was 17 for his.
Another interesting parallel with a top German player. So his first match there was against Fabian Morosin from Hungary, ranked much higher. How did he approach that?
He sounded quite confident beforehand. He said something like, "It's a dream come true for me, and when I'm on the court, I want to win." That's quite an attitude for a 17-year-old facing a top 100 player.
Impressive self-belief.
And apparently he has a real connection to the venue. He used to go as a kid, as a fan, and later won the Rudy Berger Cup there, a junior event. So it clearly meant a lot to him personally.
From watching in the stands to playing on the main court. That's a great story. What are the experts saying about his overall potential, strengths, areas for development?
Well, the general consensus seems to be that he has the raw materials for a big career. Pace, power, strong forehand and backhand, and obviously a real passion for the game.
Okay, the fundamentals are there.
Right. Where they see room for improvement is mainly in experience, match tactics, and maybe the serve could become even more of a weapon. But honestly, those are pretty standard things for a player at his stage. Things he can definitely work on.
And having a strong team around him is vital for that, especially early on. It sounds like he's pretty well set up in that regard.
Oh, absolutely. He's got a very professional setup. His father, Horst Engel, who was a European champion himself and coached Anke Barna, is one of his coaches.
Experienced father figure, okay.
And Philipp Kohlschreiber, a BMW Open legend himself, is also coaching him. Andreas Klose is his fitness coach. He trains at the Bavarian Tennis Federation's base in Oberhaching.
Kohlschreiber involved, that's interesting.
And he even spent a week training at Nadal's academy in Manacor. That must have been quite something.
Wow, yeah. Immersing himself in that environment. So the support structure seems solid. What about life off the court? His background, future plans?
Well, he finished his secondary schooling, Mittler Reif, and since then it's been full focus on tennis. Doesn't have his driver's license yet, apparently.
Alrighties.
His management is handled by Carl Yu, Charlie Stieb at the Sport 5 agency. Stieb actually thinks he has top 20 potential, maybe even more.
High praise from a former pro and experienced agent.
Stefan Hempel from Sky is advising him on media matters. Interestingly, he used to do kickboxing when he was younger. And starting next season, he'll play for TC Groß-Hesseløy in the Bundesliga.
Kickboxing. Didn't expect that. That's a bit of different background.
And here's a fun fact. John Leonard Struff used to be his babysitter.
No way. From babysitter to hitting partner. That's brilliant.
Small world, eh?
Definitely. So, with all this buzz, he's being touted as Germany's next big tennis hope. How are he and his team handling those rising expectations?
You can see the growing attention through the increase in media inquiries and potential sponsor interest. He's getting praise from big names like Boris Becker and Kohlschreiber, who called coaching him maybe the most exciting task in Germany, perhaps worldwide right now.
That's quite a statement from Kohlschreiber.
But Patrick Kunin, the tournament director, also sounded a note of caution, basically saying, give the kid time, it's a tough road.
Very sensible advice. That pressure can be intense for a young player. What are Engel's own goals? Does he articulate them?
Oh yeah, they're ambitious. He wants to be world #1 and win Grand Slams.
Aiming high.
To get there, he's training incredibly hard and apparently planning a move to Monte Carlo towards the end of the year. The idea is to be near Alexander Zverev, maybe train together, learn from his experience.
Interesting move, positioning himself among the elite.
Kohlschreiber describes him as a rough diamond with the potential for men's tennis, meaning playing with power and maturity, and is giving him a tactical crash course. His father, Horst, thinks all the early tournament travel has helped him develop an adult mindset, quite young.
It forces you to grow up fast, I imagine. And that experience at the BMW Open the match against Morozin, playing doubles with Max Hans Rieberg, how do the experts see that fitting into his development?
Kunin, for one, believes those experiences are invaluable, even if he lost the singles match. He basically said you sometimes need to be thrown in at the deep end. These matches are prime opportunities to learn and grow, even against higher-ranked opponents. It's genuinely fascinating watching this young athlete's progress. The sources really highlight not just his, exceptional talent and drive, but also the professional environment that's supporting him.
Absolutely. And I think for our listeners, the Justin Engel story really shows once again how vital that combination is. Relentless hard work, a strong support team, and yes, of course, a healthy dose of natural talent to succeed in such a fiercely competitive world like professional tennis.
Couldn't agree more.
It's going to be really exciting to see how his career develops from here. Who knows, maybe this is the beginning of a new chapter for German tennis. We hope this look into his journey was insightful for you all and helped shed some light on this emerging talent. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on the TRN Podcast.